From Behind Me International Media, and welcome to another vlog. So today I'm going to take a trip to Port Credit in Mississauga. As some of you all will already know, when it comes to Mississauga, Port Credit has been one of the most popular tourist destinations and a place for people to hang out as well. So I'm going to check out what this hype is really all about and what Port Credit is. So again, I'm going to use public transport and use our bus service system, and I have just put in the location as Port Credit, and it's showing me that I have to take 3 buses. If you can see, it's 35, 13 and 14 or 23. So I will be going from Churchill Meadows, and if you all remember, in the previous videos also I have described to you all about the use of Presto. You need to have a Presto card in order to travel around GTA on public transport services, either bus, rail or TTC. So it's valid in the GTA, and I'll be using my Presto card. And an additional information, since I am living in Mississauga, there are bus passes that you can add on to your Presto. So if you're a daily bus user, I am a daily bus user. I travel every day up and back from work, and for other trips as well. So I have downloaded the Presto app on my phone, and you have the option of selecting a transit pass. So you have so many options. For Mississauga there's a different transit pass, for Brampton there's a different transit pass, and so on. For TTC there is one. So my monthly pass is $141 for the entire month, and you are able to travel unlimited times with that pass. So it's $141 for the month. If you can travel without the pass also, but if you're a daily traveler, I recommend to use the pass, because for one trip they're charging around 3.4 to 3.5. So if you're traveling back and forth in the morning and in the evening, then it's around 3.5 into, that's like $7 for a day. Into 30 days, that's quite a lot. So I feel that $141 for a pass, a Mississauga My Way transit pass, is much worth it. So just to remind you, that pass is valid only for the My Way buses. So in Mississauga, it's mainly the system is run by My Way. So that's the pass you have. So my bus is at 11:43. Yeah, 35 East. Now it's 11:31. So I'll be going now. I got off from my first bus. Now I'm at the second station taking the number 13 bus, and yeah, it's on its way. Alright guys, so I just got a bus, which was number 23, the Lakeshore bus. Yep, there's one going right behind me as well now. Just to give you a small brief, when you're using buses, it takes quite longer than, taking a drive here. For me, it took around 1.5 to 2 hours to get here, and I took 3 buses from where I live to come here. This is the main intersection, Lakeshore Road and Ontario Street. This is the main intersection in Port Credit, and a lot of people, a lot of buses are taking this route and basically giving this location as a landmark for people to come. If you take this road, and if you do have a car, if you're traveling by a vehicle, it just takes around 20 minutes from Square One. And if you're taking the direct bus from Square One to here, it takes just 30 minutes to reach this point. So Port Credit is known for their community and the village that is right next to the Lake Ontario. So just a few steps away from that intersection is the St. Lawrence Park. So behind me, you can see that there is the lake. We're just gonna have a walk. I'm not sure how Lake Lawrence is. I've not been here before, but I have been to Port Credit, and Port Credit is known for their trekking trails, their biking trails, their parks, and their village. So let's have a look at St. Lawrence Park. So Port Credit was originally a settlement of the Mississauga Ojibwe First Post, established in 1720 for the exchange of goods from the Europeans for furs trapped by Mississaugas. Its main intersection, as I said earlier, was Ontario Street and Lakeshore Road, and Port Credit is commonly referred to as Mississauga's village on the lake, along the Lake Ontario. You can see that it's true. So it's known for the community living near the shore. How beautiful it is. I will be taking y'all around to Port Credit also to get a closer look. What a beautiful day. Well, I thought it was going to be cold, but it's not. It's lovely, it's sunny. It is a bit windy, but it's not that cold. And yeah, there we have it. That's the port. We'll be visiting that place too. Well, there's seagulls here.
Hi everybody.
Hey, so coincidentally, I met Mr. Alex. Like, he was just strolling around and he thought, he's a photographer, so he wanted to click some pictures of mine. So I started having a conversation with him, and he shared some interesting stories to me that, he has been traveling around Canada and he was sharing his stories. So I wanted to get this on camera. So, Mr. Alex,
Yes.
I hope you're okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course. So you were telling me that you have your daughters in USA in different
Well, yeah,
states.
no, I had my sisters one lived in California and the other lived in Florida. So as a teenager, I was, always going down to these places and visiting them. We didn't have a cottage, so my friends would say, "Oh, we're going to cottage this week," and I would say, "Oh, I'm going to go to Florida for the weekend, I guess," because my dad worked for the airlines. Long story short, I took marine biology, but there's no jobs. So when I finished university, they cut my wings, and I just couldn't handle it anymore. So I went back and working with them, taking part-time studies. but then got the travel bug and started traveling around everywhere for the last 25 years.
Yeah. So what do you think about Canada? Yeah, interesting story. You have to hear
Yeah,
this.
I was born in Montreal, so that's not the reason. But I just told, do I tell that story that I just told you about East Coast, West Coast? Because I have extensive travels in Canada, traveling all over, and then it's a small little planet we live on now. The West Coast has the beautiful scenery, the mountains, the oceans, and you can have fun with the people there. Good time. The Central Plains, it's more of a where we grow our food, so it's like farmland. There's not many populations, kind of small there. Okanagan Valley in between is a beautiful place to visit, though. If you're traveling out west into halfway across BC, or the train with the glass top through the mountains, mountaineer train. That's nice. East Coast, Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI. These maritime provinces are more relaxed, easygoing people, friendly, like you want your neighbor to be. Quebec, a little more European. Well, you have to experience Europe to really know that, I guess. But yeah, a little bit more French, of course, more French, European. Ontario is more of a business center.
Of course.
Yeah, and
I agree. I agree.
I always joke Ontario is, what do you want to hear me say? But yeah, that's sort of the gist of going across Canada. But I mentioned places that are friendly to travel to: Thailand, southern Mexico. I haven't been to north since I was younger, but southern Mexico, they're really friendly too. The different countries out there, a lot of European countries. I was just in Slovenia a month ago, and it was just wonderful. What a beautiful place too. You think, it's on the Mediterranean Sea down by the edge, but it was just gorgeous there, and the people were really friendly and nice. So it doesn't really matter, but here we're so worried about, we got to have the best car, the biggest car, the biggest house.
So the rat race in life.
Yeah. So you got to enjoy the moment, because you never know what's going to happen, especially with the traffic. I think we're one of the worst. Traffic is Toronto.
Agree again.
Yeah. I think if you go on Google that, you'll see. But yeah.
You recently just moved into Port Credit. Why so?
But just a temporary stop. I was selling in Toronto, gonna move to East Coast, of course, and COVID slowed me down. Went to Barrie, where my friends lived. Ended up buying a place there. Should have just rented, I guess, and because I didn't want to stay there. And just sold that and moved back here. Now I'm sort of waiting for the market and traveling. Yeah, I took care of my mom for the last 12 years and retired early, took care of her. So I haven't had a vacation, and my friends were saying, "Come on, let's go." So yeah. So I've been going crazy this year.
Well-deserved vacation, I would say.
Yeah, it is.
So in Toronto, in Ontario, you're saying that it's very busy. People are having this rat race in life.
Yeah. But you know what I like about it? I find it more friendly because of so many cultures. Because I grew up, and it was really only Italian when I was growing up, and some French had moved, but so many cultures now, and I find it's better that way. Of course, in some usually the people that cause problems with our cultures, I find, are the ones that are born here, who got bad friends. Just like if you have a daughter or a son and they get stuck with the wrong group. That's it could be anybody, not just. But I just find different cultures and everything else come to the city. I was with a Finnish woman, was my wife, from another side of the planet. I mean, my little girl is from Philippines.
So the thing that you appreciate about Ontario is the diversity.
Yes.
If anybody is traveling in Ontario, is there a specific place that you liked or would like to recommend?
The airport.
To go back?
No, I don't know. I spent so much when I was a kid. When you're younger, you gotta go up to Wasaga, you gotta drive for 2.5 hours, and thousands of people on the beach. You gotta do that because it's sort of the thing to do when you're a teenager and stuff. But and then you go to friends' cottages, then you start traveling later on, and you meet somebody, and yeah, your world changes. But here, there's a lot of things to do here. Well, you know, typical things like for kids, Wonderland, C&E's on now. But these are things I've already, you know, Niagara Falls, they have a park there inside that kids can play in. Family-oriented stuff. But Toronto in the winter, unless you go to a show or a theater or something to see something, it can be pretty quiet in the winter.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Alex, thank you so much for sharing.
Okay, hope everybody enjoys, and get out and see the world.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back on Lakeshore Road, and I just faced the little chit chat with Mr. Alex. So I'm walking down to the Marine right now. So since it's still in the middle of the day and it's quite cold, nothing has yet started properly yet. Because the first time I was here, it was a memorable moment because it was the Copa Cup. If you all remember, Argentina versus Colombia, and everybody was out. All the pubs and restaurants were playing it on big screen, and there was music, people cheering. It was so lively. But today it's a quiet day, but it's all right. I'm still going to show you all around. That's what. So the vibe here changes from time to time, depending on the season, depending on the weather, depending on certain occasions. So yeah, I'm going to take you all to the Marine now. Okay, so this place called the Crooked Q left a lasting impression of me because I told you I was here before, and when the Copa Cup was going on, and this place was buzzing. It was so lively. There was music going on, people were cheering, and I was here with my parents, and we ended up staying the entire time until the match was over. I will probably share a few clips right now with y'all of my experience, what I had before. And you can see on the other side of the road also there are so many nice little cute restaurants, and this is one of my favorite places too. In the night, the DJ pops on some music and it goes on forever. This place just lights up in the night, and hope y'all get to visit during the night time. It's a bit empty today. Again, as I told you, it depends on the time you come, depends on the weather and the season. So yeah, pay a visit if you're coming to Port Credit. Yes, Lakeshore Road is the way for you to enjoy music, for food, for entertainment. I just entered the Marina Harbor right now, and as you can see, the lighthouse is very famous for photographs, because this lighthouse is a monument where it can be seen from miles away from the lake. So this is actually a historical monument. There are people come to visit all the time. And right in the middle of the harbor, you have this beautiful restaurant. It's a very famous restaurant for their seafood, and a lot of people do come here, especially tourists, to experience the feel of, you know, having to dine in the middle of a harbor and also have seafood at that. So I'm walking around Snug Harbor. You can see the restaurant is full. It's a nice vibe in this restaurant. I can get the smell of seafood. Anyway, I don't have time to try out some food here, so I'm just gonna keep walking. It's such a bougie restaurant. People are here, families are here, seniors are here, friends are here, couples are here. It's a family restaurant and it smells good. So try it out. Okay, so this is the trail. You can walk until the end point of this trail, and this is the marina. And on the other side, you can see another park. I've been to that park before, and it's really beautiful. It's really calming. People keep cycling there. They have their e-scooters with them. Oh, and yeah, e-scooters are very popular here in Port Credit. You can find e-scooters anywhere, in any parking spot. You can just register on their system and pay per hour, I guess, or per minute. The charging rates, the clear instructions are given on the scooters. And yeah, people just scoot around. You've got their e-bikes. Oh, there are kids flying kites also. It's a windy day, so yeah, flying kites are a good activity to do now. Oh, and in the marina, it's a very famous place for canoeing as well, and boat rides. Boat rides. So I'm going to wrap up my vlog for my little trip in Port Credit, and I'm at the lighthouse right now. Just a few facts about the harbour. Earlier in the history, they used to use this harbour for trade on credit. So that's how the name Port Credit was created. How interesting is that? But right now, they're just using it for recreational boating. So this area is famous for their events and special activities, especially notably it's for the Waterfront Festival. It will probably be held at the end of June. So if I have time, I'll probably come visit here. And also Port Credit is known for their 225 kilometer scenic walkways and trekking. So if you want to come for a trek or walk or cycle, yes, Port Credit is the place. Beautiful scenic areas, as you will be able to cycle along the Lake Ontario. So that's all I have for you today. Like, share and comment behind my channel, and also put down in the comments if you want me to vlog anything of your interest as well. So take care, keep watching for the next vlog.